While you may be looking for fun things to do on campus, one free activity is all about the search itself. Join reporter Alan Miller as he finds his way around campus while geocaching.
Take a walk around BYU and you might not see them, but there are treasures hidden all around campus. And the only way to find them? A digital treasure map. Geocaching is a free and popular activity that brings treasure hunting to wherever you are. You can find a cache by looking up its coordinates online, uploading them to a GPS device, and following the directions to a given location. At the Science Reference Desk on the second floor of the Harold B. Lee Library, assistants like Susie Lyon can help you get started.
We actually get people in all the time who want to do geocaching, and we can kind of walk them through how to use the geocaching site. It's just, you can set up an account so you can get the coordinates and stuff, and then you can put them straight onto your GPS.
And if you don't have a GPS, you can rent one for free from the library just like you would check out a book. Blake Gulbranson also works there and says he began geocaching as a kid with his father.
He got a GPS when I was young, and he said, hey, there's this cool thing called geocaching. You can go find treasure, and I was a kid. That was super cool.
We set out with Gulbranson to find a few of the caches on campus, and it wasn't long before we realized how well hidden they are. Caches can be objects like small film canisters that usually have a logbook so you can see who has found the cache before. Gulbranson says that's part of the fun.
It's kind of cool sometimes to see when the last person found it. I've found caches that haven't been found for like 3 years, and you're like, hey, that's pretty neat. I thought it was, people thought it was lost or something.
Before we headed to our next destination, Gulbranson was sure to put the cache back.
You put it back right where you found it, so it's kind of hidden, because you don't want people just walking by and saying, hey, what's this piece of garbage or something. Throw it away, so you kind of hide it back where it was.
The next cache was even harder to find, as it hung above us and we searched through the trees. Larger caches like this are filled with treasure, like toys, messages, or even clues to find other caches. Some caches contain objects called travel bugs, which have an ID number so you can track where they've been, like this pirate that came all the way from London. Although anyone with a GPS can participate, there are a few unwritten rules within the geocaching community. If you remove an object from a cache, you are expected to leave one in its place so that others can find some treasure. You have to be careful not to be seen by non-geocachers called muggles, who can unintentionally disturb caches they happen upon.
You don't want people just walking by and seeing the little cache you hit or something, then having them picking up and moving it around. So when you go geocaching, you got to be kind of discreet about it. Make sure that people aren't just staring at you.
Lyon says geocaching can be a great date idea and has even been on a few herself. She likes to teach friends and take them to some of her favorite destinations.
One of my favorite geocaches is actually one that's a traveling geocache, and you find the coordinates online, and then you actually get to keep the geocache and hide it in a new place and then post the coordinates. So those are really fun.
Gulbranson says his favorite part about geocaching is just being outside and having fun.
I love to go hiking and camping and stuff. And so before me and my buddies will head out into the mountains or something and go camping or whatever we're doing, we'll just check online to see where we're at and see if there's any geocaches around.
Whatever brings you to campus, plan ahead and maybe you could find hidden treasure. Alan Miller, BYU Weekly.